Hi friend, welcome to Freedom Makers. I'm Amanda and I am so excited to have you sitting here with me at my kitchen table where we can chat about oils. Essential oils have impacted and changed my life in so many different ways, and I'm very passionate about sharing those experiences with others. So I'm excited that you're here. Thank you so much for being here. Whether you have purchased the Home Essentials Kit with me or you are thinking about doing so in the future, this information is going to help you to be able to use those oils. There is nothing worse to me as a wellness advocate than knowing that someone purchased oils and they didn't learn how to use them. So if you have any questions after this video, feel free to reach out. If you have a question about one of these oils that we're covering today, I want you to know how to use the oils that are in your home. If you don't know how to use them, then they're useless to you. And I want you to get the same impact from these oils that I have received in my family and for my home. So today we're going to start with lavender oil. I love lavender oil. It is soothing and calming. It's often referred to as the Swiss Army knife of essential oils because you can use it for so many different applications. You can put this in the bath. You can roll it. My daughter uses it in a roller ball on her feet before bedtime. We diffuse this. If we have a cut, a scrape, a bruise, anything topical, we can put that on our skin as well. It's antibacterial, so I have sprays with it so that we can have that on the go if we need something calm and to clean our hands. You can also bake with your oils. I have made lavender cupcakes that were absolutely scrumptious. So these are not limited to just your health care. You can clean with oils, you can bake with oils, you can cook with them. And lavender is always something that's just very calm and restful to us. So we do use it a lot at bedtime, but we also use it if we have like a temper flaring, just kind of a bad attitude, that kind of thing, and we just need to calm down. We sniff our lavender. So I often will take off the cap. That's the first step. And I'll just smell it. And sometimes we put it in our hand. You can rub your hands together with any of your oils to get the aromatic benefit and just cup it over your nose and your mouth and just breathe it in. And it helps so much to just relax and to calm. So lavender is one of our absolute favorites. It's a favorite of most moms, so if you have little people, this one is great. The next one we're going to talk about is Breathe. Breathe is the respiratory blends. I use this a lot. I'm an asthmatic, and so when everything outside is covered in yellow, I reach for my Breathe a lot. I keep it in a roller ball as well with a drop of lime, and that just seems to enhance the benefits of it. So I like to use that, like I just showed you, in my palms and breathe it in, but we also diffuse it a lot. We diffuse it in spring for when everything's yellow. We diffuse it in winter when we tend to have a lot of respiratory issues as well, when everything's kind of closed in and people are dealing with a lot of respiratory issues. So it's a great one to have just on hand if you have any type of respiratory issues, to support your body so that you can breathe more easily and so that you can support that natural system. That's what oils are all about. We are not trying to cure anything. We're not trying to eliminate anything, really. We're just supporting our body in its natural ability to heal itself and to take care of business. So the respiratory blend is one of my all-time favorites. It does have peppermint in it. So we'll talk about peppermint next. Peppermint is great as well. If you do not have Breathe on hand, you can use this in a similar way. So just by smelling it, if you've ever smelled a strong peppermint, then you know that it kind of opens up your airways. It helps you to breathe deeper. So you automatically just have this reflex to just breathe in deeply when you smell peppermint. And it's wonderful. And for someone like me that has that needs help with respiratory issues quite frequently, peppermint is amazing. Peppermint is also used for digestive issues. People use it for head tension. You can put a drop on your temples if you're having some head tension. If you are having some tension in a part of your body that's localized, you can dilute this with coconut oil and rub it on that area. It's very versatile. You can put a drop under your tongue if you're experiencing nausea or any type of digestive issues. You can also put it in a capsule so that you can ingest it. Peppermint is just like lavender. It's just so very versatile. That you can't go wrong with peppermint. doTERRA's oils are also pure and potent, and so it takes very, very little to support your body with these oils. So 1 drop of peppermint oil is equivalent to if you had sat and drank 28 cups of peppermint tea. So if you're using a peppermint tea currently to support your digestive tract, then peppermint oil is going to be wonderful for you. There are about 250 drops in these 15 ml bottles, so you can see how just one drop would last you a very, very long time. So since peppermint is one that we do use for digestive support, I thought I'd go ahead and talk to you about DigestZen. This one is amazing for all types of tummy troubles, from both ends of the spectrum, from diarrhea to constipation and everything in between. You can use DigestZen internally. You can put it under your tongue in a capsule, or you can rub it over your tummy. So for little ones especially, I like to use this on my daughter if she is having like gassy issues or just any kind of tummy troubles. We will dilute this with the coconut oil and rub it over her tummy and sometimes over her back, and it helps so much. People also use DigestZen in the navel to help with sinus issues. So if you have pressure and you need to have some drainage happening because things are just plugged up in your sinuses and things, you can put a drop of DigestZen in your belly button, in your navel, and it will help to relieve that. So it'll start getting things moving and you will start getting some drainage so that you can clear that up. The next oil I want to talk about is lemon oil. If you have not opened your lemon oil, you have got to do so immediately. It smells so clean and refreshing. It's uplifting. It's great for the mood if you have the baby blues or you are kind of stuck in a funk of any kind. You can diffuse this or just use it in your palms and smell it. And it's just uplifting. It's happy. It's like sunshine in a bottle. And so we use it very often for our mood support. But you can also clean with this. You can make a household spray and use this on countertops. I like to put it in my dishwater to cut grease. You can use this to rub over anything that's sticky, like if you have stickers or residue from a label from the store or anything like that. You can just rub it over that and it takes it off. Just really quick, easy breezy. And so it's one of my favorite go-tos for cleaners. It cleans glass really well, so my windows, I like to use a couple drops in a spray bottle with some baking soda, mix it up really good, and just spray, and you have streak-free, beautiful clean, and I love it. Lemon oil is equally cleansing for your body, so you can take this internally in a capsule or in water. I like to put a drop to 4 drops every day in water and drink it. And you don't have to do a lot of water if you don't like it that way, or you can do a lot of water. I mean, it doesn't affect its efficacy in any way. It doesn't dilute it in your body. As long as you're getting it in you, you're going to experience a very gentle detox. It's just very cleansing. What you're doing with that lemon oil is supporting your body's natural functions. So the organs that are designed to help filter and clean, like your liver and your kidneys, your digestive system, it's going to go in there and it's going to support those organs. Many of us don't eat like we should, and so there are often a lot of toxins and chemicals in the processed foods that we eat, and our body has a hard time getting rid of all that junk. I also recommend that if somebody is starting to use lemon oil, that you start out kind of slow, and then you can build up to like 4 drops a day, because you want to make sure you're drinking enough water to help your body to cleanse. So if you're doing your lemon oil and you're still drinking pop and you're not drinking a lot of water, you're not going to be able to eliminate the toxins that your body is pulling out of those organs. So just something to be mindful of. Next to that, I have my Melaleuca. This is also called tea tree oil. It is a cleansing agent, so you can use this on cuts and scrapes. If you have a bite, I have used this very successfully on spider bites and bacterial infections, things of that nature. It is helpful if you have any kind of open wound. So for wound care, this is one of my top recommendations, is to have Melaleuca on hand. You can dilute this and use it in so many different applications topically. You can use this one internally. The way you can tell if you can use an essential oil internally or not is on the back. So if it says supplemental facts on the back, you can use it internally. If not, if it just says ingredients, like our Deep Blue Rub, then it doesn't have any internal benefit. So the FDA approves the Melaleuca for internal consumption. So you can use this if you're fighting something very serious like a bacterial kind of issue. You can use this internally and support your systems that way. Next, we'll talk about the Deep Blue that I mentioned a moment ago. This is not for internal consumption. This is for topical and aromatic use only. Aromatically, it is wonderful for people that have head tension. So just like the peppermint, a lot of people use that for tension. The Deep Blue is the soothing blend. So if you have had surgery or have any kind of muscular issue and you just need some soothing, some downtime just to calm down and chill, and the lavender isn't quite cutting it for you, this blend is amazing in the diffuser. If I feel like I have some serious head tension coming on, I will use the Deep Blue in the diffuser and on my temples, and it helps dramatically. You can also make your own roller balls and lotions and stuff like that with this. There's an entire Deep Blue line that does include a rub that's already made if you're not a DIYer. But for DIY purposes, I love having this oil in my home. The rub from doTERRA with the Deep Blue in it is wonderful for gardeners if you've been outside or if you're working out or you're doing something strenuous that you aren't used to. You can rub that over your muscles and it helps so much, especially the next day. I don't find that I'm as sore when I use it the night before if I've been working hard in the garden or something like that. Next, we'll talk about oregano. Oregano is a very hot oil, so you want to be careful with this one. You do not want to get this on your skin neat, so that means undiluted. You always want to dilute this one with a carrier oil. I choose fractionated coconut oil in our home because it doesn't go rancid. It's not going to go bad. It doesn't stain our clothing if we spill it. It's tasteless. It's smellless. We use this one to dilute everything. And we also use it in our roller ball, so when I make a roller ball up, I can use it forever and not have to worry about it going rancid in 6 months. So it really helps to extend the shelf life. You also want to dilute with a carrier oil because it helps the essential oils to penetrate deeper into the skin. And the reason is because it doesn't flash off as easily. Essential oils evaporate very quickly. And when you use your fractionated coconut oil, you're giving it an opportunity to seep down into your skin. It's also going to increase the surface area. So that one drop of lavender that you're using on your baby's feet can go in a roller ball and you can use it over and over and over again. And they're still getting the benefits of that lavender, but it kind of stretches your money too. And so I really, really appreciate that. But with the oregano oil, you always want to make sure and dilute. I don't even I won't put it in my hand and then dilute it. I will put it in a roller ball with like one drop. You can use this one in cooking. I have used this in pasta sauce before, but I found that one drop in my big 8-quart stock pot was way too much. So I just use a toothpick. I open it, and I just stick a toothpick in there, and then I swirl it in my sauce, and you get the benefits of the oregano oil, and the smell and the taste, the flavor is there, but it's not overpowering but it has to be less than a drop for my big pot. I love having oregano on hand because it is an antiviral. Oftentimes, if you go to the doctor and you have a virus, they say, go home and rest, like there's nothing they can do. And then some doctors will actually give you an antibiotic, which does nothing. It just kind of makes you feel like you're doing something. So with oregano oil in my home, I know that there is something that I can do. I can diffuse this and kill the airborne viruses in my home. I can use this in a roller ball up my daughter's spine and on the bottom of her feet and mine to support her immune system and to help her little body fight any viruses that are going around. So throughout the year, there are different issues. Every season has its different viruses, especially if you have school-age children. This one is just going to be a great one to have on hand. But you do want to be careful with it because of the skin sensitivity, because it is very hot. Now, last but certainly not least is frankincense oil. This one is nicknamed the king of all oils, and for good reason. You can use this in every application and more. You can use it in conjunction with any of these oils. It goes great as a pair. It also is going to support your respiratory system, your immune system. All the systems that we've talked about today can be benefited by frankincense oil, especially the Deep Blue. Like if you have the Deep Blue rub and you put it over a muscle that's aching, you can put the frankincense on it and it helps it to drive deeper into the skin tissue. So we call it a driver. It helps to penetrate more deeply into the tissue. So frankincense can be used topically with any of these, but we also like to use it on the inside. So I will put this in a capsule to support healthy cellular function. So you're going to be supporting your body's ability to create new cells, to create them properly. You want proper mitosis to be happening in your body to just keep it healthy and keep things running smoothly. So you can see that that would have a huge benefit for most people. We're just surrounded by toxins and all kinds of hormone disruptors and things like that just on a daily basis. Regardless of how green your home is, There are things just in our daily life, if you go out and about, that you touch and you pick up, and that can harm our bodies. And so it's very important to use something like frankincense that's going to help your body to replenish its cells properly. I also encourage you to smell your frankincense. So I love the smell of frankincense. It's very grounding, it's very calm, it makes me feel strong and solid. But some people hate the smell of frankincense. So you either love it or you hate it, but I love it. I like to diffuse it. One of my favorite things to diffuse it with is lavender, because it's grounding and it's soothing, and it helps us to get a better restful night's sleep. So I hope you guys enjoyed talking with me about these top 10 oils. doTERRA has brilliantly put these top 10 in a kit. They call it the Home Essentials Kit. If you don't have these oils in your home yet, I hope that this video helped you to see that these can impact every part of your life. They're so versatile, and in my opinion, very necessary to creating the lifestyle that I want to live, a very clean and healthy lifestyle. These support my body's natural functions so that I can just live my life and take care of business and not have the side effects of all the medications I used to have to be on. By the time I was 20 years old, I was on 14 different daily medications for various problems that I have. Today, I'm not on anything. I don't even take Tylenol. I use my oils instead for every aspect of my health, and I really appreciate the fact that I can use these and not worry. If you have this kit already, congratulations. If you do not have this kit and want to get this in your home, I'm going to be sending you another email with a link so that you can go and purchase this kit. If you have any more questions about any of these oils or any of the things we talked about today, definitely reach out to me. You can email me back, or you can join our essential oil education group and ask any questions that you have in that group. In the next email, I'll also give you a link to schedule a wellness consultation with me personally. If you feel like you need a little more information, or if you want to talk about specific health concerns that you want to tackle with your essential oils, definitely click that link. You can schedule an appointment with me after you have your kit, and I can help you figure out how you're going to use those and get a good game plan going. So thank you guys so much for stopping by and sharing some time with me, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.